Hi everyone, thanks for joining me. If you enjoy these yoga classes, please don't forget to subscribe at the bottom of the screen right here. And if you would like to spread the word to everybody you think might benefit from these yoga classes, that would be fantastic. In the meantime, enjoy yourself, center yourself, and love yourself. Mahalo. Come onto your mat and sit on your heels, hands on your thighs. Open your chest, shoulders back and down. Take a few deep breaths in through the belly, up the chest. And exhale out the belly and out the chest. Today we'll focus on being mindful of every movement and deepening our practice by letting us let go in the poses. Come to a seat. Lower down slowly onto your mat, on your back. Take your block. Place it under your sacrum for a supported bridge. You can have it on the lower length of your block, the middle, or the high. It depends on where you are at in your practice. I have it on the middle edge. Here you can have your legs extended forward or bent, and you can have your arms in a cactus shape overhead or by your side. This opens up the hips, opens up the front line of your body, even the abdominals, the chest. We're here for a few minutes. Let yourself sink here. And you can have your eyes opened or your eyes closed. And release into this posture. Be mindful of your breath and how your breath can allow you to let go. With every thought that comes into your mind, maybe you can just watch these thoughts go by without any effort, without any care. Just watch them subjectively pass by like clouds or like ocean waves. Imagine a red light softening all of your body, emanating from your center, warming you up from the inside out. Allow yourself to melt. Gently bring your feet back onto your mat, bend your knees. Take your right knee, interlace your fingers around your shin, pull it towards your chest. Here you can keep the left foot on your mat or extend your left leg out in front of you. And slowly exhale as you draw your knee in deeper into your chest. You're still in a bridge here. With every exhale, maybe you can draw your knee in closer to your chest. Make sure your sacrum is still on your block. Your
you're supported by your block. Inhale, exhale deeper. Make sure you draw your knee in towards the center of your body as well. So draw your knee in closer to your midline as you draw it in towards your chest. Deep breaths. Extend your right foot overhead, facing your ceiling, and then draw it back down onto your mat. We'll do the other side. Bend your left knee and your right. Extend your left foot overhead. Draw your knee in towards your chest. Interlace your fingers around your left shin, and either extend your right leg out in front of you or keep it bent. Inhale and exhale. Draw your knee in towards your chest and towards the center of your line, your midline. This creates a deeper stretch in your hip joint, in your glutes. You can even probably feel a nice stretch in your right quads, your right leg, the one that is extended. Relax your chest, relax your jaw. Draw that left foot back up towards the ceiling, straight up. Bend your right knee and bring that left foot down onto your mat, both knees bent. If you had your block to the higher setting, bring it to the lowest and then come back into a supported bridge on the lowest setting of your block. Extend your legs forward. Deep inhale and a big exhale, feeling your belly button drop down towards your spine, creating a nice bowl, a nice empty bowl. Relax your shoulders and your neck and your head down into your mat. Bring both feet onto your mat. Lift your hip. And then we'll gently remove the block from underneath you and slowly lower down vertebra by vertebra onto your tailbone. Collapse your knees inwards with your feet mat width apart. And then start swaying each leg side to side in a windshield wiper movement with your breath. Inhale to center. Exhale, drop them to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, drop to the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, drop to the right. Keep moving with your breath. Draw your knees into your chest for a nice hug. Sway yourself gently side to side. Nice release of the lower back. Be gentle with yourself here. Flex your feet towards your face. Lift feet up towards the ceiling. Open your legs wide and come into a happy baby. You can grab your shins or the outer edges of your feet and draw your thighs towards your mat as you relax your shoulders, your shoulder blades onto your mat, and you draw your tailbone down towards your mat, your lower back towards your mat. Here, you can go into a happy baby, a full happy baby, or half happy baby. So one leg extended out while the other one is bent, or both legs extended out. It depends on where you're at and where you want to go. Feel your body, feel yourself in your body. What do you need right now? Can you challenge yourself? Maybe you want to go a little bit deeper, hold a few breaths with one leg. Both of our sides are different as well, so you might feel it more on one side than you do the other, and that's okay. And just play with yourself here. Play in a happy baby, just like babies do, just happy as they are. Invite that energy into you and bring it out into your everyday life. You know, play is really important for happiness. Allow yourself to play every day. Extend your legs out in front of you and your arms overhead. We'll come into crescent moon laying down. So bring both of your legs to your right, both of your arms to your right. And if you want a deeper side stretch, bring your left foot over your right and grab your left wrist with your right hand and pull gently. Inhale deep into your intercostal muscles on the left side. And exhale, relax down into that nice side stretch. Keep breathing into your left side. Deep breaths, opening your side, your lats, your obliques, your outer hips, all the way into your IT band, to your outer shin. And relax deeper down into that exhale. Relax your jaw, your eyes, your forehead. Relax your forehead, your eyebrows. We're here for another minute and a half. Relax your shoulders. Relax your fingers. Unhook your legs. Bring them back to center. Bring your arms into center. And let's go into the crescent moon onto the other side. Hook your right heel on top of your left. And pull your right arm with your left to get a deeper crescent moon. Basically doing a nice moon shape. Maybe you want to visualize that and relax yourself into that moon. See the moon, visualize it shining bright. Inhale deep into your belly. You can maybe even feel the breath down into your pelvis, all the way up into your chest, your ribs. And then exhale, release down into your mat. Relax your shoulders. Relax your head, your ears. Beautiful. Draw yourself back to center, unhook your legs. Stretch both extremities apart. Inhale and exhale. Take your blocks, one in the middle, lengthwise, going between your shoulder blades, and the other lowest level for your head. Let's come into supported fish. With supported fish here, this is a heart-opening posture. You can have your legs extended outwards in front of you, bent knees, or into a butterfly pose. I'm choosing butterfly. I need also a stretch in my inner thighs and my hips. I'm choosing in my groin, so I'm choosing to get into butterfly. If this isn't comfortable for you, you place yourself however you need to with your legs. The focus here is really opening the heart and opening your chest towards the sky. Invite the sky, the universe, the blues and the oranges and the pinks, the stars and the galaxies. Invite them all into your heart and your center of your chest, as if there's a tunnel swirling all of the universe right down into your center, your core here, of where you love, of where you give, of where you share, of where you let go, of where you're your authentic self, your authentic way of loving, seeing the world. And let go in that universe and trust. And you can choose to live every day of your life in love, in self-love, and in love for other people around you. You have everything you need right inside of you. Inhale deep into your belly, into your pelvis, up into your chest. And then as you release in your exhale, allow your shoulders and your shoulder blades to relax down into your block. Relax your jaw. Relax your arms. Relax your thoughts. Relax your emotions. Maybe you can come into a neutral place here. Neutral. Gently draw your knees back together with your hands if you are in butterfly. Slowly roll yourself off of your block onto your side. Remove your block from underneath your shoulder blades and underneath your head. Roll back onto your back. Draw your knees into your chest. Give yourself a hug. Next, take your belt. Bend your knees Lift the right foot overhead. Bring the belt over your foot, and we'll come into a hamstring stretch. Here you can keep your knees slightly bent if this is better for you. Try and relax your shoulder blades onto your mat. Relax your neck. Here we're really just working on stretching the back of the leg here. And then we're going to go into, when we're done that, we're going to draw the leg over our bodies for a IT band stretch, the outer leg. And then we're going to go for an inner leg stretch by drawing our leg away from our body. So we're here for about a minute for the hamstring stretch. Keep your foot flexed towards your body. Point your heel towards the ceiling. Draw the right hip down and away from you. You can even take your right hand and press your hip away. You can have your hands lower down on your belt or higher up. Just try and keep your chest and your back relaxed. To get more of an abdominal workout, you can hover your left leg over top of your mat with your foot flexed as well. With every exhale, maybe you can draw your leg in closer towards your chest. And maybe you can extend your leg out more behind you and have less of a bend in your knee. It depends on where you're at. Sometimes we can get an even deeper hamstring stretch if we really bend our knee but draw our leg in closer to our chest. Just feel yourself in your body and what you need in order to reach your edge. Next, take your belt with your left hand and draw your leg over your body for an IT band stretch. Keep your foot flexed. Keep your back onto your mat. And slowly draw yourself in deeper into this stretch here. This can be quite intense. Maybe you want to ease yourself into it. Breathe. Sometimes we feel this dull ache with this stretch. It can reach all sorts of parts of our hips and our outer leg that we have a very hard time stretching on a regular basis. So it's normal. You can take a block and bring it underneath your leg for support if that's better for you. Draw that right hip down and away from you. Draw your leg back up to center. And then we're going to go and draw that leg directly at a 90 degree outside, away from our body. Take the belt in your right hand and draw your leg down. Push your left hip down with your left hand to really coax your hip into staying down on your mat and not lifting off. Again, you can place a block underneath that right leg if it's better for you. Just breathe into whatever you're feeling here. You might be feeling an intense stretch in both inner thighs. Relax your back and your shoulders onto your mat. Relax your jaw and your neck. Try not to move. I sometimes have a hard time. I fidget Move around. Maybe you can be in stillness. Draw that leg back to center and then draw it in deeper towards your chest for one last nice stretch. You can bring your head towards your knee, lift yourself off of your shoulders, and then bring your left foot onto your mat. And then we're going to change sides. Inhale your left foot up towards the ceiling, straight up with your right knee bent. Bring your belt over top of your foot. Extend the right leg out in front of you, or keep your knee bent. And then slowly draw that leg that's on the ceiling, that's facing up to the ceiling, towards your chest. Keep that foot flexed towards your chest. If you want a deeper abdominal workout, hover your right leg over top of your mat with your foot flexed. Push both legs out and away from you. Activate your thighs. Relax your shoulders. You can even pulsate here. You can pulse your leg in closer as you exhale, and then inhale, release a little bit, and then exhale, bring it in deeper towards your chest. You can do that in order to ease yourself into that stretch. It's okay to have a bent knee. Sometimes we get a deeper stretch with a bent knee. You don't want to hyperextend your knee either in this posture. Be mindful of your breath. It feels good to sometimes just sway your leg a little bit side to side too when you're holding it that way. Bring your belt into your right hand and draw your leg right over top of your body. Draw your left hip away, down and away from you with your left hand. Push it down. Your leg is perpendicular to your body and straight in a 90-degree. So your ankle is in line with your hip and then drawn down over your body. Your outer leg here is being stretched. Your IT band all the way into your hip joint, all the way into your outer shin, even your outer ankle. Keep that foot flexed towards your body. Ease your way into this. Very intense, dull aches sometimes in your leg, shooting into your hip joint and pelvis. Just allow yourself to breathe into whatever it is you're feeling and slowly bring yourself in deeper. Can you reach your edge and stay there and soften in your edge? Draw that leg back to center. Bring your belt into your left hand and then drop your leg away from your body in a 90-degree angle for an inner thigh stretch. Press your right hip down into your mat with your right hand. And it's okay here to readjust yourself, make sure you're positioned correctly. You might want to put a block underneath your leg if that's easier for you. Relax. Breathe. That's all you need to do. Draw that leg back up to center and draw it in closer into your chest. Bring your head to your leg, lift yourself off of your shoulders, nice bigger stretch, and then bring both feet down on your mat when you're done. Remove your belt. Bring both legs up towards the sky. Give your heels a little bit of, your ankles a little bit of a twist. Shift your hips a bit left, and then drop a bit right, and then drop both of your knees towards the left for a side twist. Look towards your right as your knees are facing towards the left in a 90-degree angle with your hips and your ankles. Just keep your knees in line with parallel to your hips. If you want a deeper stretch, you can draw your knees in closer to your chest, closer to your body. If you want less of a stretch, you bring your knees away from your body, away and down. Breathe here. On your exhale, release in your twist. Feel all of your vertebrae, your spine, the discs just relax into their twisted shape. Release down in the earth. Invite the earth up into your body. Draw yourself back to center, leading with the right knee. Bring your knees into your chest for a hug here. Shift your hips a bit towards the left, and then bring your knees down towards the right for a side twist. Look towards the left, drawing the left shoulder blade, the left shoulder down into your mat. Close your eyes. Allow yourself to release the tension that's built into our bodies every day. We don't feel it anymore because it's always in us, and we think we're relaxed when we're not really relaxed. So here, be mindful of actually letting parts of your body just go limp. Actively use your mind to relax yourself. Relax your joints, your fingers, your cheekbones, your jaw. Actively release tension that you're holding. Imagine drawing yourself back to center. Draw yourself back to center. Draw your knees into your chest. Your arms overhead, and then bring yourself onto your side into a fetus position. Push yourself back up, and then bring yourself into tabletop, and then open your knees wide for wide-legged child's pose. Extend your arms forward. Relax your head onto your mat, and draw your hips down towards your heels. Release your belly. So when you inhale, let your belly expand like a balloon. And when you exhale, just gently release your belly button towards your spine naturally. Allow yourself to naturally breathe in and out here. Feel that extension of your spine from your tailbone all the way up to your forehead, all the way to your fingertips. Feel and visualize the spine opening up space in between the vertebra and all of your discs, extending the muscles along the spine, giving yourself internal space. Holding a child's pose can become challenging. If you need a break from that, you can come into a child's pose with knees together and your arms by your side. Or you can come into a tabletop and move your hips around and then bring yourself back down into a child's pose. You're doing really well. Relax your hips. Relax the muscles in your legs. Even if they want to tense up, relax them. Melt your heart into the earth. Draw yourself up slowly into a tabletop. Come into some cat-cows here. Roll your back up towards the sky. Look down between your legs. Inhale up, look up to the sky, tailbone up to the sky. Exhale, round your back up to the sky. Look down, press the ground away from you. Inhale, draw your belly towards the earth, looking up, tailbone up. Exhale, round. Do this a few more times with your breath and your own movement. You may want to sway side to side when you're in a cow. You may want to sway your hips side to side when you're in a cat. You may want to do the contrary. Feel your body. Feel what it needs, how it needs to move. Extend into a puppy pose. Bring your arms forward in front of you and drop your heart towards your mat. Try and bring your knees in line with your hips, so your knees are below your hips. as much as is possible. If you can't fully draw your chest onto the ground, that's okay. You just need to bring yourself forward and extend your spine and extend your tailbone up towards the ceiling. Root your feet down into your mat. Press your top of your feet down into your mat. Activate your glutes and your thighs. Gently, gently bring yourself up and weave your left arm underneath you for arm thread the needle. So your left arm is underneath you while your right arm is extended overhead and you're still in a puppy pose. Bring your left cheek, your left side of your head down onto your mat. You can come into a bind here. You can bring your right arm onto your lower back, or stay in the other position you were in before. It's up to you. If this is too much for you, you can come back into puppy pose. And if that is too much for you, you can go into child's pose. Breathe, release. Bring your right arm overhead again, and then puppy pose, and then weave your right arm underneath you as your left arm is extended overhead. Your chin is on your mat, but you can turn onto your right cheek, the right side of your head. Allow yourself to melt into the stretch of your shoulder blade and your shoulder here. If this is too deep for you, you can just come into a puppy pose. You can also do this stretch in a child's pose. Wide-legged child's pose. If you want to bind, bring your arm behind you, your left arm behind you on your lower back, and allow yourself to just melt in this stretch. When you're done, come back into all fours and then extend into a downward facing dog. Exhale. Inhale, bend both knees into a bent downward facing dog. Bent knees, downward facing dog, okay? So your knees are underneath your hips. Bend generously, look between your thighs. Inhale. And exhale, extend your legs out behind you for a downward facing dog, heels towards your mat. Big breath. Inhale, heels up. Bend one knee, one heel down, then bend the other knee as you draw your other heel down. Draw your tailbone up and away from you. Really stretch the back of those calves. Alternate the legs. And then exhale, both heels down into your mat. Tailbone up and away from you. Press the back of your legs away from you. Relax your neck. Strong shoulders. Belly button to spine. Inhale your heels up. High. Exhale, lower them down towards your mat. Inhale, roll yourself into a high plank. Hold your high plank. Hold your high plank. Shoulders in line with your wrists. Tailbone down, belly button to spine. Look straight down to your mat. Onto the ball of your feet. Press out of your feet. Strong legs. Strong core. And then exhale into a bent downward facing dog, hips drawn up towards the sky. Inhale and exhale, press your heels down onto your mat for a downward facing dog. Come down onto your knees and then lower into a child's pose, knees together, arms by your side. Allow your shoulders to roll down towards your mat. Relax your forehead onto your mat. Relax your ears, your cheekbones, your jaw, your hands, your elbows. Relax your breasts onto your thighs and your stomach onto your thighs. Deep breaths in through the nose. Belly filling up with air all the way up into the chest, and then release everything towards the earth. Do that again. Remember that you have everything inside of you. Draw all of the universe right down into your heart and use it in your everyday life. That energy you create is yours. Mahalo for joining me today. Namaste.